there. Just 1.5 or 2 weeks to the US, and I know a deal can happen for any player to obviously be sold while we're in the US. Like you see, the deal of Aaron Wan-Bissaka is expectedly gonna be happening in there for you. Thank you guys for watching through. Rock and David is my name. How are you guys? And where you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. I know I've gonna hate to come in a little bit late, but I'm gonna really give you close to 3 live videos, and today I want to give you 5 videos. You know, 2 recordings, 3 live videos, and you're obviously gonna be up to the levels that you guys deserve us to be. We are talking Amrabat, Manuel Ugarte, we are talking Eriksen, and we are talking Facundo Pellistri, who is expected to obviously leave the side of Manchester United, and interest is really increasing, and they want to obviously sign him. So United are really working a lot to obviously get in more and more money to see to it that this comes to pass, and that's what the club of Manchester United is all about. We thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims Barakallahu fikum, and may the living to God bless you abundantly. This is Rock and David, and this is how we've gonna hit to coming through, loading in full combat to obviously coming through and bring you the news. The Muslims, Alhamdulillah, and we thank Allah for what He's doing for you, and for the Christians we cover only the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Let's obviously get into the mix and see close to how many people. Let's see 200 likes on this video and continue to subscribe. Now, Fabrizio Romano has said that Manchester United remain in discussion with PSG for Manuel Ugarte. After green light from player and personal terms agreed last week, no agreement between clubs yet. Man United are also in talks to decide how to proceed on terms with Fiorentina for Sofiane Amrabat. Now, you've heard it very well from the horse's mouth, Fabrizio Romano, that Manchester United remain in discussion with PSG for Manuel Ugarte after green light from the player and personal terms agreed last week. Let's first obviously have a say about that. Now, Manchester United is working hard, and I'm really very agitated with people that I'm gonna hate to see come up and obviously have to really sell lies about Man United that we cannot even continue. We're gonna hate to go slow, and this shows you how people are really self-centered. You get? Let's appreciate the club for what they've gonna hate to do. That they've gonna hate to get in a center forward that was easily gotten, and sorry, that was not easily gotten, and we've gonna hate obviously get in a central defender. You know, all these players have been hijacked by Manchester United. For me, it doesn't matter how much you've gonna hate to pay. It doesn't matter how much you've gonna hate to promise these players. But for me, hijacking a player from Real Madrid, you know, getting a player and convincing to join Manchester United, that was really a very huge plus. Zexi, having gonna hate to agree a deal 6 months back with the side of AC Milan, us going into that deal and hijacking it is another huge success that we need to come in here and really celebrate as fans of Manchester United. And trust me, we've gonna hate obviously getting these people late. That's why these deals are not really happening at the pace that most of you want them to happen. But I have to give these people credit, the Ineos, because however much they came in late, remember, Dan Ashworth came in late, Omar Berrada started I think like on the 13th of this month, you know, Christopher Vivel, all those came in late, but no sooner they came in through, they got 2 deals done and dusted. And now the problem is we have to sell to buy. And if people think that deals are going to accelerate as they want, that is a lie. That is a lie, because United needs to agree terms that are going to see these players coming through to the club of Manchester United, or leave the club of Manchester United, that will enable Manchester United to obviously get in a very huge shift into the mix. So I tell you what, I hate it when I see people coming out and really sell their feelings. You know, I respect everyone's opinion, but I'm not really that fan of people who come out and really criticize the situation. I'm not going to criticize Ineos for slowing this down, and they've gone into deals that are really very, very, very critical. You know, them coming out and saying we're not going to pay 20 million euros for Amrabat as agreed in the buy-on clause, right, was really something good. That is it. For me, it was really something good because they want to negotiate something better for the club of Manchester United. We understand. So I think they are doing everything for the best of the club. And as you look at that team, all what we need to get to is can we get in Amrabat? Even if we get Amrabat, when we return from the US, because Amrabat knows exactly how to partner with Kobe Mainoo. He knows every Tom, Dick and Harry in the team of Manchester United, and he knows everything to do with them. You understand? But the problem is, if you get in Ugarte, he'll have to obviously get into the mix, and he's not going to be part of the preseason. That is it, because he's like Zexi, Garnacho, Luke Shaw, Kobe Mainoo. Those players are not going to be part of the preseason. Look at Bruno Fernandes and Diego Dallo. They're just going to join the club of Manchester United very, very soon. Will return from the US. So I think Amrabat should be the first deal we should do. However much discussions with PSG over Manuel Ugarte are really ongoing on through. And the discussions are like, you are really paying us 70, you are requesting in for 70 million euros, and we cannot afford that amount of money because the player is not worth that amount of money, and United won't be ransomed. That's why you should eat that. After everything that is going to come up, you're going to hate to see United linked to Zubimendi. We are linked to Fofana. Which other midfielder? We are linked to other 3 midfielders to obviously pile pressure onto the side of PSG to give us this player on a cheap as we want him. That is it. So I feel like a lot has to come to pass, and in so doing, the best will come to where we deserve to be. So I'm just here waiting to see how things are really going to pan out into the mix. But Ugarte discussions are really on. They are really trying to do the needful and really get this deal done and dusted. Let no one lie to you that we are off this deal. And I've gonna hate to some people insinuating that I've gonna hate to see everyone board to the side of France. Sorry, the side of USA. I don't know why people forget that. Nowadays, it's really very easy to obviously conduct business. Do they know of Zoom meetings, WhatsApp calls, and so on and so forth? A mere call can get a deal done and dusted. I don't know why people forget about that. A mere call, like when you obviously find yourself into a situation of obviously knowing what to do in here, you'll see to it that a call will really get everything done and dusted. Getting in this call will give you wings, and you obviously find yourself flying to the bar. You understand? So I would love to let you know that Manchester United is doing something right. You cannot question the experience that is at Manchester United in their first preseason, in their first summer transfer window, right? Because they've shown us that they've gone ahead to do deals quickly, and they are willing to obviously go ahead and really get in Manuel Ugarte, get in Amrabat, get in Matthias de Ligt. But the problem is money. For Matthias de Ligt, United made a bid of 35 million euros and it was rejected. You get? And for Ugarte, United are negotiating onto proper deals. You understand? Braithwaite, 2 bids made, everything was rejected, and Everton is standing still on 75 million pounds. You get? So I think they are doing their level best, and all they have to do is to move on players. And I was like, even on moving on players, they've gone ahead to work really well, because we've moved on Alvaro Fernandez, we've moved on Donny van de Beek, we've moved on Camboala, we've moved on Greenwood, and everything that is really holding them back when it comes to letting these players leave was put up by the Glazers, right? It was an orchestration of the Glazers, because they went ahead to give these players astronomical contracts that cannot obviously see these players say, we want to leave the club of Manchester United and find ourselves playing elsewhere. So you understand, that is the problem, and I cannot come out and really fix this problem to the Glazers. Now, let me give you an example. If Harry Maguire was given a salary of like 140,000 pounds, do you think Man United are going to have to find it hard to move him on? They would have already gone ahead to move him on, and that's why you should eat that. The player that we are nearly going to sell again is Aaron Wan-Bissaka, because he earns less than 100,000 pounds from Manchester United. And I was like, why did a player that costed us 50 million pounds get a salary of 90,000 pounds? That is Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And Harry Maguire, who costed us 30 million pounds more, was given times 2 the salary this guy earns. I was like, who negotiated the deal? Yet the players like Ruben Neves were there, and we would have gone ahead to get him on a cheap. You get 60 million pounds, get them 130,000 pounds. Everything would have gone ahead to go on well. So I believe the discussions of Ugarte to Manchester United between United and PSG will produce proper results. That is it. Will produce proper results as told to us by the side of Fabrizio Romano, and let's wait and see. Now, we've also going to get a story coming in from Grammy Bailey that with the arrival of Joao Neves close to being completed, this is set to accelerate the departure of Manuel Ugarte to Manchester United. So, this is another boost that United are really getting. Remember, I told you about the boost of Jadon Sancho. PSG wants the player, and the player also wants to go ahead and really play for PSG, and that will obviously act as a give and give situation, and you won't really lose out on any player into the mix. So as it stands, Manuel Ugarte is a player that is surplus to requirement, and they're nearly getting in another player that is gonna keep him off totally from what we call the picking order for the national team, or for the team of PSG. And as it stands, Joao Neves to PSG is closing in. You get? By them closing in, it means that then they'll find it very easy to really get this deal done and dusted. And it looks like they want to act smart. PSG might be that team that want to act smart. How do smart teams act? Smart teams act like this. Before they obviously get in your replacement at the club, before they obviously move you on, they have to first obviously get in your replacement. And the replacement of this guy is Joao Neves, and I think they want to first obviously get everything done and dusted with the side of PSG, so with the side of Benfica, where Joao Neves is playing at, and then later they'll come out and tell us that, all right, it's done and dusted, it's a done deal, and nothing is really going to be stopping us. Now we can sanction the move of Manuel Ugarte to Manchester United. And I know United wouldn't have gone ahead obviously spend a lot of time on this deal if at all they knew to it that it was not going to come to pass. But they know to it that it is really going to come to pass. That's why they've gone ahead to put in a very huge shift onto this deal, and they're really waiting to see to it that everything really goes on as to plan. So we are waiting to see how that pans out, but Joao Neves deal might accelerate the deal of this man known as Manuel Ugarte to the club of Manchester United, and we just can't wait to see how things are really going to happen. But I know most of you are eagerly waiting for Manuel Ugarte to come in through and put in that huge shift at the club of Manchester United. Let me also talk about Amrabat, and then I get into the live chat and see what you guys have to say about that. And Fabrizio Romano told us that United are also in talks to decide how to proceed on new terms with Fiorentina for Sofyan Amrabat. The fact is, Erik ten Hag wants Sofyan Amrabat, no doubt about that. Erik ten Hag wants Sofyan Amrabat badly, and he's like, you get me that player, I think will be good. And he wants two of those players. He wants Ugarte, one. He wants Amrabat into that midfield. And I told you, the moment I see those two coming in through, I'll be like, even if Scott McTominay leaves, because those two can obviously do better than Scott McTominay. When you look at when you look at Ugarte, name any position in the midfield, he'll obviously get you what you want. That is it. Name any midfield position you want him to feature in, he'll come in through and give you those vibes of really playing in that position. That is the player known as Manuel Ugarte. Amrabat is a very multi-dimensional player, but I'd rather play him into the 6, Amrabat into the number 10 or 8, any that you want, because with the number of games that Kobe Mainoo has played from November to 14th July this year, I anticipate that he will need to really find his minutes very much calculated. You know, Ten Hag has to mind his minutes, because he has to obviously start off on a slow pace, like playing in like 30, then 40, and he needs some 2 weeks of obviously refreshing very well, though he's going to be away for 3 weeks, because he last kicked the ball on the 14th, and 17 days plus 4, those will be 3 weeks for him to rest, as the science really recommend, but I believe he deserves more time. And the earlier we get in Amrabat and Ugarte, the earlier we save the career of this young man, because he needs to rest. I know he needs to rest, and if I get in Amrabat and if we get in Amrabat and Ugarte, I would rather put them in to start, and then this guy comes in off from the bench. Or else I start Kobe Mainoo and Amrabat, then Manuel Ugarte comes in later. You know, we need to obviously mind the minutes or plan the minutes of Kobe Mainoo. He really played a lot of football into the mix, and we need to do the needful about that. So United are really having discussions on how to obviously get this deal of Amrabat done and dusted on proper new conditions with the club of Fiorentina. And Fiorentina wants United to come out and really act quick. That's what Fiorentina are all about. They've got a hate to call for United to act quick, but the decision is United want Amrabat to obviously return to Old Trafford and Carrington. But they are discussing on new terms on how this deal is really going to be done and dusted into the mix. So that is it all about Manuel Ugarte and Amrabat. And let's go into what you people have to say into the comment section. And then later, I go to Eriksen, as he's being linked to the side of Ajax, and that might mean some huge money to come through, because he's another player that we signed on a free, and if I only can get like 5 million euros from him, I think that money can help us a lot. Katinisa, I like the energy. Thank you. Adepario PM, good afternoon. Arati Bernard, good afternoon, bro. Thanks a lot for the updates. Maybe the Lord bless you. All right. Then Dinkens, good afternoon, Mr. Hardy. Help me know whether Delete, Martinez, and Euro can play together. Yeah. When you look at Delete, Martinez and Lenny Euro, they can play together. How? In a system of a back three. You can play them in a 3-5-2, 3-4-3, 3-2-1. Is it 3-2-1-4? You know, you can play them in any system where you need where you need 3 center backs. You know, you play Lisandro Martinez onto the left side of the center back. You play Matthias De Ligt in the center, and then you play Lenny Yoro onto the right side of the 3-man central defense. They can really play together. They can really play together in the same team, depending on what system the manager is trying to really implicate. Busy Osconomic Music. Hey bro, how are you? I'm good. Chisito Caesar. Good evening, Aradi. Amid Kamara. Hey from Sierra Leone. Ruaboni Aradi. We love you as Ugandans for the updates. Thanks. Then Kamati. Good evening, Aradi. You like Amrabat? Thank you. Alwaboni. I believe United will progress this season. Yeah, we will. Isaiah. No United, no football. All right. Then I'm having Ibrahim Musa. Thank you for watching it through. Happy Chris. Hey Aradi, thanks for the great work. I would like to see the outgoing players at this time, because it's what has slowed down our incomings. And why are you worried about the incomings? Yet the people at United have gone ahead to show you that when it comes to getting in players, it's something easy. You know, it's easy like taking water. So we are going to really move on players. Eriksen is going to be moving. Pellistri, there is Aaron Wan-Bissaka. In the next 1 week, we might find ourselves moving on like 3 or 4 players, you know, that can get us to the level of obviously getting in players that we really want. And that's what they're also really working on, right? Then Musingo Jafari, hey Aradi, thanks for the show, please. Man United go for Muhammad El Nini because he's a free agent. We cannot go in for him. Why should we go in for him? No reason. No reason. We can't. At Arsenal, he was not starting, and you want him to come in at Manchester United. You know, if you tell me Declan Rice, I would say, all right, yes, because he's a starter. You get? But how do you tell us to go in and really bring in a player known as El Nini, who has not been starting at Arsenal? That is an insult, by the way. It's an insult, by the way, and a proper one. Musa Ibrahim already tell me about Richard Rios to Manchester United. No further story. We haven't gone ahead, obviously, getting from that guy. But all we know is he's a player that United have been scouting. And if anything happens, then we'll need to do the needful. But I like to talk with you on WhatsApp. Obviously, join the group of United Matters channel. Go to our videos. The link to join the WhatsApp group is there. Join it and really tell me, Rokani, You'll see me replying to you and I'll WhatsApp you and see what you guys have to tell me. Then Nguyen Zubimendi, one of those players that United are really looking at to obviously see if everything gets to pan out. But I believe the amount of money that United should pay for Zubimendi can really bring in Ugarte, as Real Sociedad is not willing to obviously bend low or go south of 60 million euros. And I believe if you are to pay 60 million euros to get in the guy, you know, and his is a buyout clause, that means you have to complete it all. And if at all you are going to pay it in installments, you'll have to add in more 5 million euros. And I believe, why should we spend 60 million euros on Zubimendi, yet Ugarte can also be given to us at that amount of money? I tell you, PSG can get us Ugarte at that amount of money. That is it. They will get us that guy. Brito says, let Ugarte and Amrabat to dominate the midfield yard. You're right. Let Manu to have some days to rest and then to restart. Yeah, he needs to recharge his batteries. Musa Ibrahim, I want you to be my agent. Oh, you are a footballer, all right? Nguyen, both Amrabat and Ugarte can't progress the ball. If Manu has injury, no one can replace him. I think you haven't gone ahead to see Ugarte play. You haven't gone ahead to see Ugarte play. You get, Ugarte is a talent, and I pray to it that he comes into the club of Manchester United and proves very many people wrong, because I've gone ahead to see a group of people, just they are really limited, coming out and saying that Ugarte is not talented. When have you seen him play? Yet for me, I know him from Sporting Lisbon. He's a very, very good player. Kenny Uganda, good afternoon, bro. Good afternoon. Fred Kabaya, to me, I need Amrabat to come because he's so strong. Yeah, we need him. We need Amrabat and Ugarte in the team. Godwin Ambassador, good afternoon, Aradi. Thanks for the update. Pick up the good work, bro. May God continue to bless you. I really appreciate watching you live from Nigeria. All right, thank you. Deiz Nyona Rokani, thanks for the update. Brother, actually removing unwanted players will help us next season. Obviously, it will. Allow Dinkins, I believe Amrabat, Ugarte, Delete will be there. Yeah, I also really believe. Musingo Jafari wanted to join the WhatsApp group, but I failed. Oh, you sent in your request, right? I need to approve your request in there for you. Semanda Muzamiru, for me, I want Homeland, you know, of Sporting Lisbon. He goes for 80 million euros, and that is his buyout clause. And I believe Ugarte is really good also. Let's first go in for Ugarte in there for you. And on Amrabat, it's better to retain him. We all saw what he did at the end of the season. I saw all right, thank you. Then I'm having Musa Ibrahim. Goalkeeper, please. That's why I want your number. All right, go to my videos and send your request to join the group. Then we'll obviously talk there and get your number. That is it. Football Balikon, good morning. Sorry, good afternoon from Nigeria. All right. Then Matei, thanks for the update, Matei Kasese. Then Elvis, my name is Elvis. Nice work, bro. All right. So let's wait and see what is really gonna transpire in this week. I believe we are gonna get something big this week. We are gonna really get something big this week. That is it. I just smell it and I just feel it that we are gonna obviously get something big from the club of Manchester United as far as our new signings, all incomings and outgoings. I know we might see a player leave and we might see a player really coming in through the club of Manchester United, and that might be something good, and that might be some good business done by the club of Manchester United. Then I'm having Samuel Siri Potts. He has come out. He works with the United stand. His sources have told him that Ajax are interested in Eriksen on loan. United would rather let him leave on loan plus an obligation to buy, or just a permanent move, but there is room for negotiation. Ajax needs to sell fast. Wow. When I look at that story, I have to go in here and really look at Eriksen. He signed a 3-year contract. Was there a further one more year? I doubt. I doubt whether there was a further one more year when he signed for the club of Manchester United. You know? His contract expires in 2025. Now, how do you tell me that if a contract expires in 2025, United are okay with a loan with an obligation to buy? Are they really going to do what Fiorentina did to the club of Manchester United? That if at all Ajax doesn't really trigger that clause, the contract renews itself automatically with a 1 more year. But I believe all we need is money. Ajax can get us 5 million euros that we need from this guy and we let him go. That is it. We need to move on from this. We need to obviously get players that are really serious and are not gonna be really disturbing us, you know. Eriksen is a very good player. He really looked good in the opening of the season of 2022-2023, but I tell you what, he hasn't gonna hit obviously impress the previous season, meaning that he's naked and we should obviously get him off the team. And I believe Ten Hag is working tooth and nail to move him out of the team, and we should get in like 5 million euros from the player and let him really go. Fenerbahce, I think teams in Turkey are interested in him. Now Ajax is going to join the queue. So the list of those that are supposed to leave is really increasing, because even for Sancho, it's not yet done and dusted. He's really going to be leaving. But Eriksen leaving will boost our incomings, because we would have wanted to get in some money. And remember, he came in through as a free agent. That means we really are getting in some good money from him for us to spend. And I've gone ahead to learn that we are not really dishing out money as we're going ahead to do in the previous seasons, because this is the third year of the financial year and they balance it off well. And the only way you can obviously be allowed to survive the punishments or penalties is if at all you've gone ahead obviously make a loss of like 35 million pounds in the last 3 years of you conducting business. So Man United is really working tooth and nail to get these players out, and I know Eriksen is really going to be one of those to leave. The other player that is expected to leave the club of Manchester United is Facundo Pellistri, and we've gone ahead to get in a story firstly from Prosino Foros. I think they're coming in from Greece. That is, Panathinaikos are trying to sign Facundo Pellistri on a permanent transfer. The player seems to be open to the move. So the player wants to be playing more regularly, and United will be willing to obviously get him on. Panathinaikos made significant progress during their talks with Manchester United. Facundo Pellistri, that is Giannis Chorionopoulos, and obviously he's coming in from Greece, where we find Panathinaikos. Now this is a player that came at the age of 18 in 2020. I think it was in 2020, right? And he has been here. He has been here, and he has been loaned a lot by the club of Manchester United. So all what I believe is he's a very good player, and there is no good player that becomes better or improves himself when he plays on the bench. Man United is doing some great work. They have to do this: sell him, put back a buyback clause and a sell-on clause. That is it, simple. If Panathinaikos can get us like 10 million euros, that will be good to go, compensating for the amount of money we paid to obviously get him from Paraguay to Manchester United. So that's what I believe we should be doing for Pellistri Facundo, because he cannot beat the competition of Sancho, Amad Diallo and Anthony. That is it. So we obviously have to let him go in there for you. How can I join the WhatsApp group? Go to the videos I've gonna hit to record on the upload section, video section. You go into the description box, you'll see the link to the WhatsApp group. Allow Dickens, I also want to join your WhatsApp group. All right. You want to join my WhatsApp group? Let me try to do something here. Let me put the link here. Let me try to post the link for you, because you're gonna hate to ask it hugely before you obviously hold it quits. But I call in for your reactions into the comment section below to see to it that everything really goes on as planned. But United are really working hard to obviously getting in players and getting in those that will obviously get us to where we deserve to be. So that is the WhatsApp link that I'm going to post into the comment section. You can as well see it. You can follow that link, and then you send in your request and I'll obviously approve it, and you'll join the group. So I really like your update. Keep it up, bro. That is Isaiah. Thank you for watching through. And I think we've gone ahead to come to the start of the end of this video, as we've gone ahead to discuss Ugarte United transfer acceleration. What is the acceleration all about? PSG are closing in on Joao Neves, and that is going to obviously act as what we call a boost. What do you make about it? Amrabat discussions are really going on between Manchester United and Fiorentina to obviously address the issue and really getting it done and dusted. And lastly, we have a story about Eriksen and Facundo Pellistri. All those two have gone ahead obviously getting clubs, and they are Ajax, and it's always Ajax, and it's Ajax and Panathinaikos respectively. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Chizoba, it's nice. Good evening. Sandy Mali, I want to join the WhatsApp group. The link is there. Click that link that I'm going to post into the live chat. Send in your request. I'm really going to add you into that group. And thank you everyone for watching through. Rokan David is my name. We sign out for now. See you later. In the next 2 hours, we're going to be here discussing football. So much more about United. Aaron Wan-Bissaka looks like he's going to Inter Milan, and Dumfries is coming to Manchester United. We out. We cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum, and may everything work upon your wish in there for you. So, how many likes? 200 likes on this video. Don't forget to subscribe because we want to hit 20,000 subscribers, and continue to subscribe. We are at 18,300 subscribers. Can you please subscribe? We want to hit that magic number very, very soon. Now, get ready for us returning in the next 2 hours, and everything will be really great. Majezi Dennis, good afternoon, Mr. David. This is Dennis Majezi. I wish we could get Ugarte, Rios, Colombian, and Rabiot to replace Casemiro, Eriksen, and Van de Beek. So, I know a lot is going to be happening in the club of Manchester United, and I wish for me we get in Ugarte and Amrabat. That is it for starters. Before we even think about other players, let's first get his ones done and dusted, and the rest is going to be history. So guys, we sign out. See you later, and we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. Bye-bye, my mates.